Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Mommy Monday video. I am so happy that the news is finally out. I am pregnant with our rainbow baby and I'm so happy to finally be able to share everything with you guys. I don't know exactly when this particular video is going to go up, much later than the day that I'm filming it because I have some others that I want to share first, but I'm pretty much at the end of my first trimester. I'm 12 weeks today and I know some people consider that the end of their first trimester. I think technically it's closer to 13 and a half, even maybe closer to 14 weeks. I had a lot of symptoms this trimester and I wanted to share it with you guys. I did film the first half, so I think it was weeks 5 through 8 that will go up before this one. So if you want to see more about the first half of my first trimester, then check that video out. But the second half of my first trimester has been incrementally harder. It's probably, it's been really hard. I've had every single symptom in the book, the nausea, the morning sickness, the exhaustion. It's all been so much worse than it was with my pregnancy with my son. And some people might say that, oh, it's because you're older, or maybe it's because it's a girl instead of a boy, which I don't know at this point. We have not gotten our genetic test, blood test back yet. We should be getting it back in 2 or 3 days. So I'm really excited about that. We did also have a nuchal translucency scan last week and everything looks great. Baby looks great, but I do have a list of questions to kind of make these videos a little bit more organized instead of just all over the place. So it's 6 or 7 questions. I need to grab my list. I'll go through those and we'll just chat about the first trimester. And yeah, a little bit of a brief background for you guys in case you are new to my channel. My name is Melissa. I do have a 21-month-old son. By the time you see this video, he'll probably be closer to 22 months, maybe even 23 months. I'm not too sure, the order of things. And my husband and I did go through a twin miscarriage in January. I documented the whole thing here on YouTube. So this is our rainbow baby and I'm really excited about it. Okay, so the first kind of update question or bullet point I want to touch on with you guys is new symptoms. So like I mentioned earlier in the video, I have had every single pregnancy symptom in the book, textbook. It's been awful if I'm being totally honest, but to just kind of quickly go through those with you guys. I've had bloating, exhaustion, yeast infections, boobs are really super sore, this weird sweet taste in my mouth that won't go away and I still have it, round ligament pain, slight cramping, irritated underarms, which is actually a little bit strange. I think I talked about this more in my last symptoms update video, but this is new to me. I wasn't really able to find anything on Google or if this is normal or not. I want to say it has to do with my hormone changes, but my underarms have been getting really irritated. Also, the BO has been ridiculous, you guys. I actually have had to switch back to deodorant with aluminum in it because the aluminum-free natural stuff, it just wasn't working for me anymore, and the BO smell was just out of control. My jeans don't fit. I've had so much nausea, you guys. The nausea, the food aversions. It's so interesting because early in the day, I wake up feeling fine. Sometimes I'll wake up feeling a little bit dizzy, but once I'm up and moving, I feel really fine. I've had a lot of thirst, so I've been drinking a lot of water. But other than that, I feel pretty good until about 3 o'clock. And then at 3 o'clock, it's just this steep downhill slope and I just roll down it really fast. I've been taking naps pretty much every single day, or at least trying. I'm a horrible napper. It's so hard for me to turn my brain off. It's just, I can't really eat dinner. Food doesn't sound good to me, yet I'm super duper hungry. And so it's just this weird, I don't know, they call it morning sickness, but for me, it's definitely been evening sickness. Nothing sounds good to me. It's so strange because I will crave sweet things. And so I will go and buy ice cream, or I bought a bag of Skittles the other day. And because I'm craving it, but then as soon as it's in front of me, I'm no. Headaches. I've had pretty bad headaches actually recently almost every single day, and Tylenol just doesn't work for me, so I just have to live through it, sleep it off, drink a lot of water, rest. Constipation, exhaustion, indigestion, stomach aches, and I think a lot of that has to do with just I've been eating horribly because I've been only eating what I can stomach, you know what I mean? Aversions to meat and chicken. I wake up starving. That pretty much sums it up. It's been rough, you guys. Second bullet point I want to cover with you guys is my mental health. And I talk a little bit about this in my pregnancy announcement video, but it's been really hard, you guys. I think there was a couple of milestones I wanted to meet before I would mentally allow myself to just relax and be happy. We found out about our miscarriage at our nuchal translucency scan, so that was like the 12-week ultrasound and all of that. And so I really wanted to make it to that point and past that point before my mind would just be excited, you know what I mean? And we had that appointment last week. It went great. Leading up to that appointment, I was so nervous. And even like thinking about it and talking about it, it's making me tear up and it's making me really just, emotions have been another big symptom of this pregnancy. But I was super, super nervous, and thank God my husband was there this time. He wasn't there last pregnancy, which made it 10 times worse, but it went great, you guys. The baby is doing wonderful. It is measuring right on track, and heartbeat is super strong in the 170s and looks great, you know, physically. As far as the scan went, they kind of do like a little mini anatomy scan in that appointment where they pinpoint certain things like the stomach and the bladder and the brain, and it's fascinating that they can see all of that so early because baby's like 2 inches long, right? But they can see all of that, and everything looked great. The umbilical cord looks great, and I think that appointment just really truly gave me the mental refresh, or the I don't know how to say it, but I feel so much better about this pregnancy after that. I feel so excited. My mental health has gotten drastically better after that appointment. I needed that appointment so bad. Next bullet point I want to cover is weight gain, and actually I don't have an update on this because my scale at home broke, which is probably a good thing. It didn't break, but it ran out of batteries. So that's probably a good thing, so I'm not like obsessing about weight gain. As of my last doctor's appointment, which was 8.5 weeks, I had gained like 1 or 2 pounds. I don't feel like I've gained a ton of weight. I feel chubby. I feel very much so like that first trimester, like you don't really have a bump yet, but your clothes aren't fitting. I can't button my jeans. I feel like my face has gotten so round, and I feel chubby if I'm being honest, but I don't think I've actually gained that much weight. I know this because I haven't been eating very much because of the food aversions and the nausea. I feel like I eat so little. What I do eat is not healthy. It's usually fast food or, you know, just crackers and stuff that I can stomach. But hasn't been a lot, and also sweets have been a big aversion to me, so because of that I'm not really eating the sugars and stuff like that. Fourth thing I want to cover is products that have helped me so far. So the only like new product that I've been using so far this pregnancy is oil on my belly, just to prevent stretch marks. And I know a lot of that is genetic, but I didn't get any stretch marks with my son, and so I'm just kind of following the same regimen that I did when I was pregnant with him. So oiling that belly up every single day. Fifth bullet point I wanted to cover with you guys is doctor's visits. So an update on the baby. We talked about the nuchal translucency or 12-week appointment that we had last week. That one went so great. That one was with maternal fetal medicine, if you're familiar with that. It's basically the high-risk doctor. So I went there because I did have a miscarriage in the past. And also I think they are the ones that do the nuchal translucency scan, and then they just report the results back to my doctor. So we've had 3 appointments so far. So the first one, which I talked about in my last video, was an unexpected appointment. I went there because I was having some bleeding, I was having some spotting, and it was a, I'm gonna say this totally wrong, subchorionic hemorrhage. SCH is what they call it. It was basically a pocket of blood behind the like forming of the placenta. So that one wasn't supposed to, that wasn't like technically my first, it was, you know what I mean. And so the 8.5 week appointment was my official first week appointment. We had an ultrasound. The SCH went away completely, which is fabulous. Baby was measuring right on track. Super strong heartbeat of, what did I write down here? 172, which is great, nice and fast. And my husband got to go to that, which was wonderful. He got to see the baby on the ultrasound and the heartbeat, and we got to hear the heartbeat, not just to see the heartbeat. And that was such a great appointment. I also got to talk to my doctor that time. I am going to OBGYN instead of midwife this time. They share the same office, so I think as I get more comfortable in my pregnancy, I might consider rotating appointments with a midwife instead of just my doctor. But I don't know. I mean, I went to a doctor this time instead of a midwife because of what happened at the beginning of the year. I was just extra nervous. And so I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with the doctor or if I'm gonna stick with, you know, go back to midwives. I do have an anterior placenta this time, which is normal. It just means the placenta is attached to the front of my uterus instead of the back of my uterus. So it might be a little bit more difficult to find the heartbeat with a Doppler, which makes me a little bit nervous. Okay, next thing I want to share with you guys is a bump date, and I don't really have a bump. I can kind of push it out if I really wanted to, which is bloat, I know, but when I suck it in, you know, this is kind of what it looks like. It's definitely wider than it was last week. And I definitely, you know, like I said, I can't button my jeans anymore, and it's getting there. I do feel like I'm probably gonna show a lot earlier this pregnancy than I did with my son. I didn't have like a true bump until like 22 weeks. With my son. Last thing on my bullet points I want to cover with you guys is what I'm doing to prep for baby's arrival. As of this moment, we haven't told our friends and family yet, but when this video goes up, they will know. So I'm really hoping at that point to start planning out like trips. I know my mom will definitely want to come out here and spend some time with me, maybe help me decorate the nursery. But as of right now, planning like that hasn't really been done. What we are planning is how we're going to tell our family, when we're going to tell our family, and the gender reveal. So that is it for now. That is the end of my first trimester. I'm so happy for this trimester to be over, you guys. I can't wait to feel like somewhat normal again, to eat normally and to just have energy again. And I know some of that tapers into the second trimester, but I can't wait. It's felt like this for me for the past like 6 months. So I'm ready to get over the first trimester. And I'm ready to wear maternity clothes. I'm ready to go through my, I was gonna say buy some, but I probably should go through my maternity clothes from, you know, when I was pregnant with my son and pull stuff out and get the nursery ready. And I'm so excited to figure out the sex of the baby. And I'm really happy about all of this. So I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. It's probably gonna be like 1,000,000 minutes long, but I hope that you guys enjoyed watching, and stay tuned for more baby videos because I'm going to be sharing a lot, I'm sure. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.